Men who partner up with women who are go-getters and high achievers are more likely to be millionaires and billionaires before the age of 35. That's science. But he dated a boss bitch. He didn't date a girl that wants free dates and free drinks on Friday. She had everything she wanted to have or was building something that he also wanted.
A dude in the comments said, but 99% of these women out here think they're a boss bee. When really they're homeless.
So if you go to Medellin, Colombia, you will walk down the streets and you will see girls on a scale of 1 to 10 physically. You will see 9s and 10s working at a taco shop or doing janitorial work on the side of the street with a very minimalist life. Very happy. Smile on their face, probably live at home with their parents, don't even have a car, don't have anything materialistic. Very approachable, very friendly, just very grateful to be alive and easy to date as a guy. On the flip side, here in the States, there will be girls that on a scale 1 to 10, on the bottom half of that scale, that are challenging to date, very pretentious, non-approachable. Guys will approach them like, oh, like you're creeping me out. Very, very challenging to date. And for that reason, I'm like, guys, like this is not normal here in the US. When I go travel to all these countries, Hungary, Budapest, Ireland, Australia, everywhere else in the world, women are like a lot more approachable, a lot more easy to get along with. They're less pretentious.
He was the victim because you were the one that was him. It wasn't the other way round. You were gaslighting him. You were treating him worse than a dog. And you know you were. Stop playing the victim. Take some responsibility for once in your life, but you can't, right? Because that's impossible for any narcissistic person to ever do. You didn't just break this man. You changed the whole way of thinking. You changed the way he looks at himself in the mirror. You changed the way he speaks to himself. You changed everything about him. And then you turned everyone against him. You made everyone believe that he was the bad one. You made everyone believe that he was the bad one. And you know what you did. And the worst thing about all of that is that he is scarred for life. Anyone that comes into his life, friends, family, girlfriend, they're all picking up from you.
Can we just cut the BS here and finally admit the real reason why women don't like men? Only some, but it's because those men have something that she doesn't. And she understands in order to have that specific trait, she needs to have maturity, emotional capacity, and it requires her to change. What is it? Being realistic. For some reason, a lot of the times when guys are realistic, women are just repulsed by it. You know what I mean? And it's like, not gonna lie, they want to go for those like PUSSY guys because they know that they could get away with everything. So when a man like requires for them to, you know, act right or be straight, they're all like, let me act out, don't act out. And it's like, girl, you don't like men because they have high standards? And same thing with men. Like, men don't like women because they have high standards. You guys think I'm glad that you guys believe me, but it's not a joke when I say that women do get jealous, low key. They shouldn't. You should look up to a man because he's I got a notification. Nothing happened. You should look up to a man because he's inspiring. Not look up to him because you want to be exactly like him. Men and women are both different, and yeah, men are, you know, realistic and we're emotional, but it's okay. Like, we shouldn't strive just to be like men.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
So apparently, the Swiss women's national football team thought, hey, let's warm up for the Euros by playing a bunch of teenage boys. And not even full-grown ones, under 15, as in some of them probably had algebra homework after the match. Now, to be fair, the Swiss team had 28 players rotating in, but still, this was supposed to be a light prep match. Instead, it turned into Call of Duty, Youth Edition, because these kids ran up the score like they had a glitch. Final score 7-1, and not in favor of the professionals. I don't even think the boys celebrated. They just shrugged, got in their parents' minivans, and went home to play Fortnite. And before anyone gets offended, this isn't about gender. It's just when one side is doing FIFA skill moves in real life and the other side looks like they're buffering, yeah, we need to talk about that. And the Swiss team's response? Oh, the result didn't matter. We were just testing our formations. Right. That's like getting dunked on in front of your crush and saying, relax, I was just practicing how to land. This isn't even the first time this has happened. The U.S. women's national team, literal world champions, once lost 5-2 to the FC Dallas under-15 boys. At this point, the real rivalry isn't men versus women. It's women's teams versus high school biology. Anyway, the Swiss team still has Euro 2025 coming up. Hopefully, Norway doesn't bring their nephews to that match.
By now, these women's soccer teams hate to see a 15-year-old boy coming. Get him out of here. This man's about to knock out all my sponsorship.
I please my man in every way. All the ways. Wake him up. He gets to know before he leaves out the door. He's leaving empty. At work, I am calling him like, come outside. It's your lunch break. It's time for you to get your enough. When he gets home, he's getting fed. He is getting another nut and one before bed, or two if he's lucky. And that's it. That's the secret. I make sure that my man at least 6 or 7 times a day.
I just got fired.
People are getting fired by the hundreds in the wake of Charlie Kirk's passing, and people reporting their lack of social etiquette and pure unprofessionalism online. People are getting fired by the hundreds.
Oh man, I feel good. I just got fired. And honestly, when they told me, I was like a little like, eh. But then after, I was like, fuck this. They're back there having their little chat together.
So apparently she wasn't expecting it at all. They just pulled her into the office really quickly, fired her on the spot, and did not allow her to even speak to anyone, even though she tried to say goodbye.
The guy that let me go was trying to block me from saying goodbye to my coworkers right now. Like he was like guarding them or something.
He obviously didn't want the toxicity to spread after learning of her gross misconduct on social media. And it was like the walk of shame. She tried to talk to a coworker that completely ignored her.
My friend Michael. Hi, Michael. I'm done.
I'm done as well. Just because you feel like you can say something like that doesn't mean that people have to accept it. And it's about character.
I mean, you better than me. They really don't care. They don't care nothing about paying their bills. They don't care nothing about what's going to happen. I guess they all think that they're going to be on the system and get unemployment.
Do you wish that men would approach you more?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. I like being approached because it shows that they're taking initiative, and I like that attitude.
Did your boyfriend approach you? How did you guys meet?
No, I actually approached him.
Yes, I feel like now it's a lot of like men are more I don't want to say timid, but like a little more timid and shy.
Oh, yeah, I agree too. I wish they approached us more because I feel like nowadays it's honestly really hard to meet people too. Meeting people is like through apps now, like to join Facebook groups, dating apps. I wish it was like more like whenever everyone just like would approach each other and talk.
Where would a guy approach you that you would feel most comfortable?
I was putting myself in areas where I thought I would find like-minded people. So like walking on the trail here, coffee shops, bars that I like.
Probably on the trail. I think gym too, if it's a little bit more conversational.
The women said, I want appreciation
and initiative taking.
Could an example of this be every night she washes the bottles? So then he says to her, hey, the one duty I'm going to take over for this week, is I'm going to wash those bottles every night. And that's him taking initiative?
Yes,
okay.
But a lot of times women have a way they want it done.
Okay, very fair.
So he'll step into initiative taking and he'll be told he didn't do it right.
He used the wrong brush. We have a bottle brush.
Yeah, why'd you use the wrong brush? So now you messed me up and now it took me more time. And so he's like, I never do it right. Why bother trying?
Yeah, like the difference, just like running through that example, the difference of going and cleaning the bottle and like situation one, partner goes and cleans the bottle and uses the normal dish brush, and the other partner goes to them and is like, you're doing it wrong, you can't use that brush. Versus situation two, if it mattered, partner goes, hey, thank you so much for offering to do the bottles tonight. I like to use the bottle brush because it's just a lot more clean from a sanitation perspective.
Yep.
If you could do it, great. If not the end of the world.
Not the end of the
Like situation 2, I just see how that brings the partner back time and time again
Yes.
to keep one doing that chore or taking on that role, and then secondarily wanting to do more.
Yeah.
It was
Babe, I
leftover
gave you
change.
$1,000 to
Right,
deposit. You
but
said
it
you
wasn't-
needed to buy something. I asked you how much. You said, oh, maybe like
It was like
$100.
$100.
I said, okay, cool. Just deposit the rest. Nothing got deposited. Explain to me why you needed $100 out of 1,000 and there's nothing left.
Because it was already like spent at that point. If I it's not even
What was already
$1,000.
spent?
It's not even like it's not even $1,000 anymore. It's not like a whole $1,000. So
How
it's pretty
much
much
did
just
you spend?
leftover change.
At first, how much did you spend?
I needed $100.
So
to
you
go
had $900 left.
left over as
Yes.
change.
Why the fuck didn't you deposit the $900?
Because it was change.
In what world is $900 just change?
It's change. It's not even $1,000 anymore. So I may as well like to just keep spending it because it's not even. It's
How does that make sense?
It makes sense to me, and it's left over at that point. So
Oh my
I
gosh.
I just spent it. Who cares? Like
I fucking care.
Why?
I care.
Why?
Because I told you to deposit the money.
You're wrong. I'm not wrong here because
Oh my gosh.
it was
what is
left
wrong?
over
There is something
change.
wrong with you. There's something
there's
genuinely
not.
wrong
Don't
with your brain.
say that.
How to detect low vibrational women. Pay attention.
Boxer dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
This is the boxer guy from New York. Are you serious? You're online with just any girl requesting her. I had to request you, but you're requesting her? Are you for real? How are you though? How do you have a fight coming up anytime? I miss you.
Yeah, I do.
My outfit today?
Hell nah, bro. You looking
Bro,
very...
he's not. It's okay. He's a fruit bucket. He's a fruit bucket.
You caught that? Whenever you don't like them, they say you're zesty. If you truly know within yourself you're not a mook, stay calm. If it's not true, why you barking? If a dog barks, you don't bark back, right? This is also the evil spirit in them. Evil spirits like to antagonize you for a reaction. Don't give them a reaction. They feed off negative energy.
I can't show my body. No, he's a fruit bucket. It's okay. Show him your whole body and I can't show my booby.
It's too much double standards in dating. If she sets boundaries, she's empowering. If men set boundaries, we're controlling. If I don't want a single mother, I'm immature. If she don't date broke men, it's a preference. It's too much double standards in dating.
Bro, why are you trying to act nonchalant? Like you're not, the aura's not giving that. It is, I like him. I don't. Pass me that ball. It's giving cornball. Here. Pass me that ball. Here, cornball. Passed.
Understand that Jezebels hate prophets. Whenever they can't get a reaction out of you, it makes them upset. Jezebel spirits feed off negative energy. Don't give them any reaction. For those of you that don't know, a Jezebel spirit is a biblical term. It's basically a woman made to manipulate men, destroy men, and take advantage of men's lust. Understand that most of these women nowadays are zombies. They're all programmed. They want their nails done, hair done, BBL done. They think that if you can't provide that, you don't deserve love. So always be on lookout for a Jezebel spirit. And above all, stop chasing women. If you're 18 through 28 years old, you need to be focused on your God-given purpose. Stop chasing women. In 10 years from now, nobody's gonna ask you how much females you cracked. What did you do? Who did you inspire? Stop worrying about these females and get on your grind. A chick is not gonna make you $1 million. They pull up on you when you got the milk.
And honestly, these women look broke. They really do look broke. They look like they don't have nothing going for them. They eating hot dogs every night, talking about, I eat steak for dinner, pasta and lobster. No, you don't.
A girl will become a single mother and then try to find a good father for their child. Shawty, I think you were supposed to do that before you had the kid. Now we're just doing things back.
Ladies, bring y'all ass here. In 2025, if you want to have a successful relationship, ain't no men friends. That shit is dead. Men ain't going for it no more. And y'all can pull that insecurity card. Oh, well, if you're secure as a man, you'll be okay with me having men friends if you trust me. It has nothing to do with trust for you. It has everything to do with a lack of trust for the male. because we know how men think, and they will sit in the friendship bubble for 75 years waiting for one opportunity to strike. And we ain't having it. It has to do with respect. Whenever I've had homegirls that get in relationships, I want to see them happy. I want the relationship to thrive. So out of respect for her relationship, and her man, I fall the fuck back. So your men friends should do the same.
I want to say something, and I know some of y'all might feel away, get mad at me. Men have always been the prize. Women, no, let me, hold on. Let me finish, because I'm not, let me finish. Men have always been the prize. And I'm going to explain what I'm saying. Women marry who they can, men marry who they want. You can get offended by the statement, but if you really sit down and you think about it and you be honest with yourself, that is a very valid statement. Also, not only that, but by him saying that he is the prize, that does not make her not a prize. I myself am raising a young man. Men have always been the prize. We have gotten to a point where we disrespect our men so much. I worry so much about what the world is going to look like when my son becomes of age to date and to court and to marry. Because I will never let any of your daughters tell my son that he is not the prize. That will never be a thing. And if you have sons, nephews, whatever the godchildren, you should not ever tell your son, oh, she is a. Do you guys see what type of young girls are being raised?
Respect to the young sister, and we appreciate that. And we love when a beautiful queen speak truth to power. She said it, I didn't. Thank you, sister. I just got something I want to say to everybody paying attention. The biggest podcast is the bigger play, funky hoe. We the biggest.
Why is it that the second a wife cares for her husband, checks in on him, makes sure he's fed, well rested, not burning himself out, someone always jumps in and says, "You're acting like his mother"? No, I'm acting like his wife, a woman who loves him, a woman who chooses to show up, nurture, protect, and simply support the man she does life with. Since when did caring equal coddling? Since when did meeting your husband's needs become something to mock? I'm loving him the way he needs and deserves to be loved. We talk so much about men needing to be providers and protectors, but what about their wives being their safe place, their soft spot, their support? Being his peace doesn't make me his mother. It makes me his partner. And if you've never experienced that kind of love, just say that.
I hear this every fucking day. I have a degree. I'm a good woman. I cook, I clean. That is not what a man is looking for. I say this all the time. When a man is at the altar and he's crying with his little cue card for his vows, he's like, "You made me a better man and you helped me be a better father." He's saying you're patient, you're kind, you're compromising, you're understanding. That is what the men are looking for, okay? And I know it's like a catch-22 because yes, attraction is like a baseline, right? But I see, and this is to all of my sisters, all of my black women, let me tell you this, the job, the degree, and your income is not your currency in life, and you gotta hop off of it. It's such a masculine doggy dog world that you're playing, and I want you to relinquish yourself out of the poverty and the fucking jail of I'm doing good for myself. I'm a high earner. I pay my own bills. Please get off that horse, okay? That is not what men want from you, all right? Men want you to be emotionally sound, patient, kind, nurturing. They want to see the wife in you and the mother in you. That's it.
Raise your hand if when you see a man walking ahead of his partner in the street, it throws you into an internal rage. Because why are you walking in front of her? narcissistic piece of shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and run this down to you because clearly you've never had a partner in your life who was ready to lay down his life to protect you, who's also hyper vigilant and constantly aware of the surroundings. But I keep my wife, who is the most valuable person in my entire universe, slightly behind me because if anything comes from the front, I am ready to take that thing off the planet before it can reach her. I'm also the dude who has to be sitting where I can see the exits at all given times. Because I am my wife's protector, and I will die on that hill. Been in some really bad situations, and I've seen some really dark shit, and I have a lot of PTSD, so I am aware constantly, and my wife should not have to live like that, so I do it for her. My wife will never have to fight a single living creature. That's gonna be my job, and I'm gonna make sure it never gets to her. But fight the patriarchy and stay single, sis. It looks real good on you.
You can't win. If you're behind her, what could happen if you're on the left side, on the right side, in front of her, up above, below? It really don't matter.
Wives wearing thong bikinis? Here's the truth. High-level husbands don't have wives who wear those in public. It's one thing to wear them at your house and in private. I absolutely respect people who work hard on their body, but character gets revealed quickly by our actions. Marriage is a direct reflection of you. A classy man has a classy wife.
I absolutely love that. Your wife, she's the one. She is the one that elevates you. She's the one that brings you to a new level. If we make a mistake, we get another chance. I'm going to follow that. I'm going to live with that. Let's go!
Baby, let me tell you something. There are many women out here in the world that only have eyes for their man. Understand what I'm saying, okay? I mean, don't see nothing. I mean, baby, a lot of us are out here like Ray Charles, all right? It's just when you are really for your man and about your man, don't no other man matter. It don't matter how much money he got, if he look better than your man or not, what kind of car he drive, what kind of crib he got. That shit don't hold no weight when you are with the man that you want to be with. You heard it here first. Yeah.
What scares me the most about women is you guys are like performers. You guys will pretend to be cool with somebody all while collecting all the information about them, and then the one time they don't serve you or they don't do something for you, you throw that shit in their face. I don't think some women know how to be true friends, and some of you females are fucking weird. And I do have female friends that I love to death, so I don't even want to hear, you don't have friends, you don't have friends. I'm saying this because I've met so many women that will like, oh my god, bestie Tay, like you're so cool, this and that, and then say I'm depressed. I told you guys I have bad depression. I isolate bad, you guys. Like today I slept all day long and barely got up at 6, barely having my first meal. And I've even met women that will get mad at me for not hanging out, not want to do certain things. Then they'll throw all this shit in my face. And you consider yourself a friend? Why do you only care about your mental health? But when somebody can't show up for you, you get pissed. It's called life and things happen. Some of you guys don't have friends because you guys are fucking bitches. Clock it.
I can't tell you how many nice things I've done for women, and they got mad at me and accused me of something and told me that I was really just doing it because X, Y, and Z. And I'm going, I just wanted to do something nice for you because that's how I am. And then I get punished for doing something nice because of their analysis of it. That goes on all the time in their heads, right?
Most women, when they look at a man, they see a kind of woman.
A hairy woman, as you say.
A hairy, misbehaving woman who knows the right thing to do and purposely is doing something else. Well, for women, until we gain an awareness and discernment of our feelings, that's what we act upon.
They feel you.
They feel you. What we project onto men is that your actions are compelled by your feelings. And if I can get you to feel the right way about me, then you'll act the right way towards me. And the right way is what a woman would have done. An idealized.
Yeah, as you say, a perfect woman.
So the standard that you are being judged and condemned by is what a perfect woman would have done in that situation. And if you didn't do that, you must not love me enough, you must not care about me enough, and you must not respect me enough. We're like, why don't you love me enough to act right? Why don't you care about me enough to act right? Why don't you respect me enough to act right? And then it comes back to what's wrong with me.
There's nothing funnier than girls that will post an Instagram dump and the photo of their boyfriend is on the 8th slide. Bikini pic, Miami skyline pic, beach pic, dinner pic that he paid for. The whole trip is paid for by him. Boyfriend picture subtly, bikini pic, friend pic, and the dump. What are you trying to hide? If you love your boyfriend and he's paying for your entire $5,000 Miami trip with nice dinners and flights and a room at the East Hotel in Brickell and bottles at Tea Room and Live. Put the man front and center of your dump. So all of your other boyfriends are very aware that you have a boyfriend that you're madly in love with because he takes you to Miami and takes you on these trips. The TikToks where the guys are trying to sneak their hands into the girls' videos on vacation are hilarious because they're so real. Like, the girl will put up a photo of the dinner that she's at with her man, and his little Rolex and his wrist will be in the photo, and that's it. Why are you trying to be mysterious if you have a boyfriend and you're dating somebody? I don't understand it, other than the fact that they don't want their other boyfriends to leave them. That's all I got.
Ladies, before you listen to your friends and their advice, ask yourself these questions. Does my friend have a boyfriend too? If the answer is no, do not listen to that. She's hating. Answer this. Is my friend actually a fucking... If the answer is yes, don't listen to that. Be delusional. Y'all be listening to people who don't have a fucking boyfriend or is a and thinking you getting good advice because she's your friend. No, that bitch rolling. She do not want... Ladies, y'all friends be hating. And us, we can see it. Like, you don't know that your friend is fucking hating on you. But I'm your not love you. She don't like you, girl. Oh, God, she be hating on you. And she hate that you got a nigga that look good like me. All type of shit. Ladies, y'all friends are not good for y'all. And we not trying to, like, manipulate y'all and make y'all not have friends. Like, we want y'all to go out. But if yo is trying to tell you, babe, stop listening to that fucking lady. She ain't on shit. Just hear him out. Just hear the now, because he might be right.
Here's why your wife wants you to do chores the moment you sit down. And I'll give you a hint. It's not because she's mean. Picture this situation. You get home from work, you put your feet up, you take out your phone, and you just start mindlessly scrolling because you need to relax. The moment you do it, did you take the trash out? Did you call Susie the other day? Did you fix the drain in the sink? Why does she choose that exact moment when you're busy? Why? And it's here you feel attacked. You feel unseen. You're like, why can't I just rest? Why can't you just leave me alone? But here's what's going on. She's not hating your rest. She's drowning in something called mental load. That endless checklist in her brain, she can't switch it off. She can't. So when she sees you resting, she goes, that must be nice. We still have 17 tasks that need to be done. She's not trying to accuse you. It's actually a cry for help. And she doesn't know how to say it nicely because she's fed up. And if you're really struggling with this, let me help you out a bit. Imagine you're going to sit down to rest, but right before you sit, you think, what is my wife about to complain about? Go and do that before resting and see how much less she complains. And ladies, this is for you. If you need to unlock your man's superpower to provide, to lead, and to help you, comment guide and I'll send you my ebook that will transform your relationship.
I would probably say, don't sit there all night. If there's something that you got to do, you can go take a nap, then you can get up and start doing whatever it is that you need to do. You guys are working as a team, right? So at some point in time, just make sure that it gets done. And I wouldn't say wait like 2 or 3 days to get it done unless it's something that requires that. But sometimes you just want to take a break. If you're working out, it's the same thing. I'm working out. I just need to take a break, right? And she has to be flexible enough to understand, let me give him some time, because she's probably been thinking about that all day. And so as soon as you get home or as soon as she sees you, okay, let's go ahead and do this. It ain't going to take but 5 or 10 minutes. So as the woman, you have to start understanding that when you say it's going to take 5 or 10 minutes and it ends up taking like an hour, 2 or 3 hours, you just caused him to be mentally tired. And what you just, or basically he went in there and he did it because you said, oh, it ain't going to take that long, whatever it is. And it ended up taking that long, right? It ended up taking his whole entire afternoon. He misses stuff that he actually wanted to do, right? So you need to be more considerate of his time. And then also understand that, you know, just like let him do it. Like let him have it. You know, it ain't got to be right now. It ain't got to be like you want it on your time schedule. He's not on your time schedule all the time. Give him some space to do whatever it is that he needs to do.
And when I got with him, I'm like, oh, you got a prize. That's all I ever knew. I'm like, I'm beautiful. I'm gifted. I'm talented. I ain't slept with all your friends. I ain't been out here. I don't have a track record. I'm just listing off the things. I'm telling you, year one, I was like, oh, I'm trash. I'm like, I am terrible at this. As you just stated, because when you are single, especially when you just got girlfriends around you, your girlfriends are not telling you about yourself. I'm sorry, they're not. Especially if you are beautiful and bossed up. So you most likely got a bunch of yes women around you anyways. Ain't nobody really pulling friends aside saying, hey, I notice you kind of be lying a lot. Or I notice you kind of, you be tripping and snapping and popping off all the time. Like, what's going on with this anger? I noticed that you might want to go to therapy. Friends don't. Now, mine, yes. But most friends aren't really doing that. It isn't until you get married, if you pay attention, where you're like, oh my goodness, I have a lot of work to do. Those first 3-4 years, I was shocked at how trash I was. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know I could be this bad. I'm impatient. I am angry. I have so much trauma and toxicity in me. I think I'm right. I say I want a leader, but I want to be one. I say I want him to wear the pants, but nigga, move aside. I want to wear them actually. I say I want you to be in control, but I think I'm smarter. I have pride. I have ego.
Four male needs women misunderstand, according to neurobiology. I interviewed 170 men in heterosexual relationships and found these needs, rooted in male neurobiology, are routinely misunderstood by female partners. It's not that men love less or are emotionally shallow. They have a neurological system that processes connection and intimacy differently. Need 1. Respect over constant expressions of love for the male brain. Feeling respected is more rewarding neurologically than feeling continuously loved. It's not ego, it's biochemistry. Need 2. Space to process emotions alone before talking. The solve in silence, then connect mode. It's not emotional avoidance. It's a different neural processing path. Need 3. Connection through shared activities, not just conversation. The male brain bonds deeply while doing things together. It's not superficiality. It's a different neurobiological channel for intimacy. Need 4. Silent support during difficulties, not immediate solutions or analysis. Presence without pressure to open up or fix the emotion right away. It's not shutdown. It's how the male nervous system feels safe. The solution? Adjust your approach to these neurobiological differences. Express explicit respect for his qualities, decisions, or actions. Offer space when he's emotionally activated, knowing he'll return. Create intimacy through shared experiences. Not only deep conversations, and during his difficulties, offer silent support without forcing immediate emotional sharing. This doesn't mean ignoring your needs, but building a bridge of understanding that allows deeper connection through different emotional languages. Want clarity and practical tools for your relationship? Read my new book, link in bio.
I personally think that men are basically all the same. Men just want a nice, sweet, supportive woman. You don't even have to be that beautiful. Like, don't be fat. Like, go to the gym, eat healthy, put a little bit of makeup on, not too much. But ultimately, men just want a supportive, kind, sweet woman. He's going to go out there, take on the world, do all these difficult things. And he just wants to go home and know that there's peace, there's food on the table, the house is clean. It's really not that difficult. All men want the same thing.
Must reads, as in women are skyrocketing. Officials think racism and misogyny may be to blame. Girl, shut the fuck up.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Look, unless you are his mother, don't do it. Don't do it.
A woman in the comments said, you better stop thirst trapping and feed that man.
A woman trying to control a man just shows she is insecure. When you're secure, you don't have to try to control him because you are confident in your choice.
My homeboy got mad at me. Now he ain't talking to me because we in the club and he tried to talk to these women, but he married. And I told him, hey, bro, you need to cut that out. He told me, man, why you hating, bro? I ain't hating. I ain't tell you to walk down that aisle. I ain't tell you introduce me to this woman and you go get that ring on your finger. Got me out on this wedding, spending all this money to come to y'all wedding to watch you come in this club and cheat and mess it all up. That's my money I spent on your wedding. I spent my money on your wedding. And I spent a lot of it too. We all in Vegas and all of that, all these casinos, and I'm spending all of my money. Nah, y'all stand together. You the one introduced me to this lady. Got me calling her sis all the time and all that. I'm not finna be lying in this woman's face. Boy, you better go get you a drink. I pay for it. Get you a drink and sit down somewhere, bro, because you ain't finna. Nah, I spent too much money on y'all wedding.
Yeah, yeah, you need to go ahead back to the house, dog. Go ahead back inside.
Have you ever been with a man that didn't cheat?
Every single relationship has cheated on me.
You're having sex with your man multiple times a week and he's still cheating.
All of you ladies can actually find a man that won't cheat on you at all. You don't even see those men. You don't give those guys a chance. They work at Chipotle. Some of them are in your DMs. They're average guys, but you don't want those guys. You actually want the men, not that would cheat, but that can cheat. Those are the guys that you're attracted to. Those are the guys that you give the chance to. You are actually choosing your fate of being cheated on because you are choosing guys that most women want that are very attractive. You can choose Joe from Shake Shack. He'll be loyal to you. You can choose the guy that's sending you multiple DMs, or you can choose the guys in your friend zone. Those guys been in your friend zone for 5 years, loved you, probably had a crush on you in 6th grade. You don't want those guys. You actually look at them as losers. You only choose the guys that can cheat. So guess what? You pick your demise. You pick being cheated on.
What I'm sick of? Bitches be 30 years old with 3 kids and still stingy with the. You didn't make your baby father wait that's fucking broke and locked up and on mad fucking drugs. He got to crack right away. I'm better than him. How I don't get to crack right away? Bitch, if you like that and you got hella kids and you 30 years old, 25 years old with 3 fucking kids and you think I'ma wait for the suck mine and take it personal. The fuck? Bitch, you better give it up on the first link, else you will not get another response from me. There is no conversation, no talking points, no none of that, bitch. I am not going to talk to you if you don't let me crack on the first link. After you let 3 bums nut in you and reproduced with them. And you think I'm about to wait? And I know the 3 bums you let nut in you?
This is good because I think this will help people too to just like take a step back. Let's say in our minds, we're going to use Chia and I, for example. I won't use anybody else. Let's say for Chia, he wanted a woman who cooked, who had a fat booty, you know what I mean? Who like spoke Cambodian or something like that. I don't know. And then all the other qualities that I have. I definitely don't have no fat booty. I can't speak Cambodian. It's Khmer is the name of the language. Sorry. But I do cook. So for him, maybe it does agitate him a little bit that I don't have 2 of these qualities, but he doesn't mention it because I have all the other qualities that he wants. He would never say it to me. He doesn't bring it up to me, the deficits that I have. But for me, whenever he does something that I don't like, I'm going to say it, right? Or I'll bring up the deficits that he has. So I do think that sometimes some men may feel like irritated when we bring up their flaws because they're not always bringing up ours. They're in their mind, they're like, I accept the fact that you are lacking some of the things that I could have wanted in my dream girl. And I'm happy and I just accept you for who you are. So why can't you just accept me for who I am? Why do you have to keep bringing up the things that I'm not doing correctly? Because I don't bring up the fact that you know what I mean, don't got no tiny waist or that you ain't giving me head every other day or whatever it is that they may want. I do think that sometimes as women, we have to check ourselves because we can, and I'm saying this, not all women are like this, but I think, let's talk about married women, right? I think we can feel like we are in the right and that we need all of our needs met. And I don't think we ever think about the fact that our husbands may not be getting all of their needs met and they're not saying anything about it. I do think that we have to start checking ourselves and being like, is my man getting all his needs met? Before I start mentioning all of the things that he's doing wrong, I think that we got to evaluate, is it even worth bringing up? Is it even worth saying anything? And is it that big of a deal? Because that could be their level of frustration and sometimes why they don't change some things because they're like, get out of my face with this shit. You know what I mean? I'm not talking to you about all the things you do wrong. So why do you keep bringing up that stuff to me? So I don't know. I think it's worth thinking about in marriage and parenting and all of that. Like before you start doing all of this, make sure that you are not lacking in some areas too. Just saying.
Well, I'm going to say this episode is going to track very well with men's.
I was about to say, cut that social clip.
Cut that clip, put it up. Men, we have space for you in the Mama's Den. Come on. Ashley has a space deep in her heart for you, apparently.
Ladies, if you don't like that man, don't take his money, though, because that's not fair. Y'all out here, and that's why the men feel like they don't want to do nothing for nobody, because there's too many women that are using men. If you don't like that man, don't take his stuff. Don't expect him to do no whole bunch of stuff for you and you don't like him, because we know when we like somebody from the jump. You really know when you like somebody kind of quickly. Ladies, stop asking these men to do stuff for you or expect them men to do stuff and you know you don't like him. You know you don't like that man. That's why they don't want to do nothing for the even the women who are nice. Because when women like somebody, they treat their men nice. They buy them stuff. They buy dinner. They pay for lunch. They will go in their wallet and spend and buy tank tops and socks and cook. And men don't have to ask. When we like somebody, we take care of them. So if you don't like them, just tell them and let him go find somebody that like them. We gotta be fair. Can't expect if you ain't giving.
If a man is real swole, like he looks like he go to the gym all day, 24/7, 365, he ain't got no money. Because all he do is go to the gym.
Because how do you even have time for all of that? Like, it's one thing to be swole, that's brilliant. But if you're... Oh, I see what's going on right here. A fit dude must have curved her, and possibly him too. And they in their feelings about it. This is the reality, man. If you a fit black man, you gonna get dragged the most. Fit black men get more shame than fat black men. And I know plenty of successful guys, black and white, no matter what race, but plenty of successful guys who are in the gym and getting to the bag. The reality is, if you go to the gym, you showing discipline, you know how to be consistent, you know how to work hard, and there's a lot of other positive qualities that come with being in the gym that translate to business and getting to the bag. So you telling me a fat, lazy slob who's a victim to their emotions is the guy that you want to talk to, but not the guy with the swole arms. He's cooked out here. Stay in the gym, fellas, and don't listen to idiots like this. Don't date them, and don't let this discourage you from doing what you do. You know I'm gonna tell the truth, and you know I gotta go.
A lot of men I know who are in happy marriages, and there's not a lot of them, but the ones that I know that are in happy marriages, like when you watch their wife watching them when they're talking, it's like she's looking at him like just the most brilliant stuff is coming out of his mouth. Like, and there's just this sense of like, wow, like she's like cheering for this guy. Like she believes in him, you know, and that makes a man stand taller.
You know what's so crazy? Men will critique you and judge you for having tattoos, being outspoken, being opinionated, and they judge women like me thinking I'm the one who's gonna cross you. You know what's so funny? Most men date the sweet, soft-spoken, quiet, docile, and what do they do every time? Leave your ass, cheat on you, lie to you, play the fake innocent role. At least a woman like me, I come as I am. I don't have to hide my demeanor. I don't have to pretend to be fake. I don't have to do that cute, soft girl act to get you. I find it so funny that men will literally not get fucked over they'll get fucked over by the bitch that's the closest to them, but then you critique women that look like me constantly. Make it make sense. And I know this because I have brothers, I've seen guy friends that I've been with, and all the girls that fuck them over and all the girls that do them dirty, they're always so soft and soft spoken, and they leave your ass every time, or they cheat on you, or they do something. So why do you guys critique women that look like me so much, but you guys don't talk about the innocent girls who play innocent when they're really not? It's all a facade and fake. Not every girl who's sweet is like
This doesn't happen all the time, but I definitely see where she's coming from. I think honestly and truly, I've seen a lot of guys accept a lot of stuff from women who might have tattoos, from women who might be single moms, right? What I think men don't like is when, just like the clip a few minutes ago was talking about, I'm taking you might have nose rings. I don't like that. You might have tattoos. I don't like that. You might be out here wearing something that's overboard, in my opinion, but I'm not saying anything to you about it. I'm trying to give you your space. But then on the flip side, when there's something that's wrong with me that you don't necessarily like, I got to improve it. Oh man, you don't even really love me, or else you would have done this for me. You do this, you do that. And it's always constantly the manipulation. So at some point in time, they're just like, man, just give me somebody that would just leave me alone. Just give me somebody that will allow me to come up out of my corner and then say, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I got my head on straight. What do you need? Well, we need this, we need that. Okay, give me some time. Let me go to work. Let me get it for us. All right, cool. And don't be nagging and complaining every single freaking hour. Give me some time to get it. I gotta get it. I gotta work. Oh, what you working too much? Okay, let me take a day off, because I am working too much. Let me take a day off. Oh, you going back to work again? Yeah, I gotta work. I gotta get it. We got bills. That's when a lot of that stuff becomes a problem. because not only do you not look the part to the man in some instances, but you also, and this is probably the most important thing, you are not the part. You can't play the part. So I think a lot of the stuff that you talk about specifically on your channel and the way that you carry yourself, from what I've seen, that's not going to be a problem for a lot of men, because they know, oh, okay, cool, I'm safe around Tay. She all right, she good. But for women that go around doing anything, giving men attention, just out here talking crazy, talking silly, and the people who don't have tattoos can do that as well. They definitely do. I tell you right now, they definitely do. Right, they're a problem. But I think men are saying, man, like, at some point in time, we got to figure out a way to have somebody at least listen to what I'm saying and give me some sort of respect.
When I met my husband, he was dating other women. He had been on a dating site. I think he may have been on one or two. He and I met on Match. So after about a week, he told me that there was another woman he was talking to, and he wanted to be transparent. And he said that really it comes down to it's between me and her. And he said, I just want to be transparent. You know, I don't want to lead anybody on. I want to let you know I had reconnected with someone from my past. And at some point, me and this person actually had talked about marriage and all kinds of things. There's similarities. I'd known her for a very long time. And this is the moment where most women would have been like, oh, go be with her then. You know, well, I'm not about to play second to nobody. I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to do that. But instead, operating in my soft power, I said, okay, thanks for letting me know. May the best woman win. And he said, huh? And I told him, you're not my man yet. I just met you. So I'm not surprised that you are rekindling things or connecting with other women. I expect nothing less, as you are actively dating. You're on a dating site. If you and I are supposed to be together, we'll end up being together, because you're not my man and I'm not your woman yet either. Now, mind you, I was divorced. I had 3 kids by 2 different men. I was not exactly the type of woman that on paper someone would want to pursue because of baggage and because of all the things. Now, she on paper is exactly what every man says that they want. She was very pretty. I saw a picture of her at one point. She was pretty. She had no kids. She had never been married. He could have truly had a fresh start with her, especially with having history and talking about marriage at some point. But do you know why he proposed to me? I was able to give him the one thing that no other woman was able to give him, including her. That one thing was understanding. Not just because he was a high earner, not just because he had a nice house, not just because he could provide the lifestyle that I would want, but because I actually was interested in him. I did not use my divorce or my past pain and put it on him. Instead, I took the time to make sure that every time he was with me, it was an experience. Mind you, I did this before knowing that it was between me and another woman. So I told him, it's no pressure because you're not my man, but I know that I make you want to be. And that's something that not all women know how to do.
That's what we just talked about with Taylor. This exact thing. Men allow a lot of things. They let a lot of stuff go. I don't necessarily like the fact that she has tattoos or she dyes her hair this color. I hate that, man. I hate it when she cuts her hair. As a matter of fact, sometimes my pawpaw, he would my mama would, like, she is really feisty around everybody else. But when it came to my pawpaw, she toned it down. And even when she starts to kick up a little bit, then he would say something, you know, just kind of say, he wouldn't even say too much, but he would kind of say it in a certain tone. My papa had a really deep voice. He'd say it in a certain tone to where she wouldn't even like try him like that. And so sometimes she would come home after he asked her not to cut her hair. Don't cut your, I like your hair long, don't cut it. And sometimes she would get around women and want to feel cute. You know, as women do sometimes. That's just the way it is. They get around women, they want to feel cute. And then she come home with a little haircut and it would be a problem. and so, over time she kind of stopped doing that, but every now and then when she got to feeling this stuff, she would start doing that. But I think she actually also too had a few kids before him. He had 2 kids with her, 2 of the youngest, but I think she had 4 before him. My dad, my aunt, other aunt, uncle, other aunt. So maybe 5 or 6, maybe, I think, before he took her on. But my actual grandfather was crazy. He was really actually crazy. He was out there in the streets. And I think when one of the other guys that she had married had passed away, 6 or 7 kids, even before he has his 2, is a lot. But because she worked with him, then that haircut wasn't groundbreaking. That haircut wasn't the end all be all. You know what I mean? What she said, she had 3 or 4 kids prior. She was divorced. She said, I have the self-awareness to know maybe I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I give that man understanding. And when I understand him, I understand the pressure he's under, and I understand where he's trying to go in his mission. And so when he says, we need to go here, we need to do this. Well, I got 4 kids and I'm divorced. Okay. So what do you think about A, B, and C? Let me think about it. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it with da, 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 da. And that's how it works. And all of a sudden, he's able to come in and build a structure and provide for the 3 or 4 kids that weren't his, because he understands how he's going to do it. And instead of her fighting back and forth about what's going to happen, she comes up right up under him or right up beside him and says, okay, this is what we're going to do. But mama, he ain't my da 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 this and that. No, you're going to respect him. This man is taking care of you. He's taking care of us. He's the leader of the household. It makes it easy for him because she understands. And so he said, okay, we got an understanding. Well, let's pull this wagon on to the promised land. That's how it works. But modern women, they're so combative. They're so utterly insufferable that men say at the first red flag, at the first sign of a red flag, you got to get up out of my face. I'm not even spending a dime on you.